Good evening, basketball fans, as we welcome you to Pacelli Catholic High School for this presentation on Zaleski Sports as the Pacelli Cardinals play host to the Bowler Panthers. My name is Mike Lund. I'm joined by Cal Jacoby on color commentary tonight. Trevor Zaleski doing our production. As Cal, looking at this game, we've seen Pacelli a lot this year, 12-6. They got the 3 seed in the Division 4 region. That's a huge advantage for them to be able to have a home game right away and then not have to face the top seed on level 2. But this team, when they're on, they can beat almost anybody in central Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's a very interesting team. I mean, when you look at the playoffs and the bracket that they're in, you could easily see them coming out on top and beating any team.
Yeah, I'm with you, and of course there is going to be a big storyline as well tonight when we'll have a tracker for you guys you can watch. But for the Pacelli Cardinals, senior Wes Poplinski, he is 12 points away from 1,000. I mean, you're a high school basketball player of your own. That's a big time accomplishment, especially for a senior right now with the final week of the regular season to be able to cross that milestone.
That's always a huge milestone. I think every top player that you see on a team, I think they all take pride in that. I mean, 1,000 points, that's a huge accomplishment in a high school career, and he's definitely been great this season. So I think, 21 points a game?
21 a game. He's leading the conference in scoring and rebounding in the Central Wisconsin South, and I think he's the front runner for Conference Player of the Year. Of course, there's still a conference game coming up on Thursday, and Port Edwards will be there for that one. When you look at this Cardinal team, if he's hitting his shots and he's playing within himself, they are very, very tough. We saw that against Wild Rose twice this year, that they can be a lockdown team and a high-flying offensive team. So with that being said, we will stay here for the national anthem and the opening invocation. We'll be back with your starting lineups shortly right here on Zaleski Sports. Thank you everyone for joining us. Enjoy the game. And we're here all night with Pacelli Cardinal basketball right here on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pacelli Student Activity Center for tonight's non-conference boys basketball game between the Panthers of Bowler High School and your Pacelli Cardinals. A special welcome to our friends from Bowler. We remind you that interscholastic athletics are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when the proper respect is given to everyone. Please let your good sportsmanship show during tonight's game. Pacelli, Bowler, and the WIAA, thank you for your cooperation. We now ask all to please rise. Lord, we ask your guidance and blessings on tonight's game, the players, coaching staffs, officials, and fans. Help us to be humble in victory, gracious in defeat, and remember that all of our abilities are a gift from you. And when the game is done, grant safe travel home to all. In your name, amen. And now, to honor America and those defending our freedoms, we ask those who are able to please stand, remove your hat, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcasting live from Pacelli Catholic High School, it is the Cardinals and the Panthers, as now we bring you your starting lineups. We'll start with the Bowler Panthers, coming in with a record of 9-10, 3-7 in the CWC North under head coach Ted Kitlinski. At guard, a 5'11 senior wearing number 1, Aiden Bry. At guard, a 5'10 senior wearing number 10, Lane Schultz. At forward, a 6'3 sophomore wearing number 22, Emmett Kitlinski. At forward, a 6'1 senior and their leading scorer, number 23, Logan Tex. And at a wing, a 5'11 junior wearing number 45, Wiley Dodge. So for Bowler, that's Bry, Schultz, Kitlinski, Tex, and Dodge. And for the Pacelli Cardinals, coming in at 12-6, 5-3 in the CWC South under head coach John Shirk. Starting at wing, a 6' junior wearing number 2, Jake Schrader. At guard, a 6'3 senior wearing number 3, Wes Poplinski. At a wing, a 6' senior wearing number 13, Charlie Kulik. At guard, a 5'9 junior wearing number 23, Bryson Cashin. And at forward, a 6'1 senior wearing number 50, Mason Lawless. Again, for the Cardinals, it is Schrader, Poplinski, Kulik, Cashin, and Lawless. Pacelli in their home whites, black numbers, red lettering, and red outlines. Bowler in their road or reds, black numbers, white outlines. Bowler across the front with white shoulders. As we get for the game, Cal, what are you going to be looking for the Cardinals in this one?
I think tonight, that just for them to get back to kind of how they were playing before that Rochelle loss, where we've talked to Coach Shirk on multiple occasions. He always talks about that defense leading to their offense. Them being able to force turnovers defensively, which can lead to their offense. So we've seen just last game they scored, I think it was around 90 points there in their last game.
89
points. Yeah, I mean we've seen that, and I think Coach Shirk is probably just looking for that defense to turn the corner as we've seen past years in any level of basketball you look at. Defense, I mean, it's the old cliche is that defense wins championships, and I think that's what I'll be looking for tonight.
Without a doubt, as Lane Schultz runs point, we're underway here from Pacelli. Kitlinski trying to feed Tex on the block. Double team, he will almost turn it over. Schultz gets it back, goes up, squares up, no good. Rebound tipped out. And Wes Poplinski, who also has crossed the 500 rebound mark in his career, gets the first board of the game. Jake Schrader has to swing it back out. Bryson Cashin, catch and shoot 3. And yet again, Bryson Cashin starts the game with a triple.
I've lost count how many times their games have started with a Bryson Cashin 3.
It's at least 7. It's insane. As there's a turnover from Schultz. Pacelli to counter. Cashin will bring it up. Charlie Kulik. Back to Bryson. Catch and shoot 3. Same spot left side. He's got another one. Bryson Cashin, leading three-point shooter in the CWC South.
And he really plays a huge part in their offense, just spreading the floor for them, being their best three-point shooter.
As Tex turns it over, quick run out for Charlie Kulik. He'll go and score. And an immediate timeout for Bowler. We'll keep it here. A chance for us to hear from one of our great sponsors here on Zaleski Sports, this time from Sherrill Tire. Of course, your locally owned Sherrill Tire and Service Center. They'll keep you rolling. They'll keep you growing. They'll come to you with one of their 14 farm and commercial service trucks. So find your location at SherrillTire.com. We are a minute 12 into this game, and Cal, it could not have started any better for the Cardinals.
No, it really couldn't have. I mean, you come out defensively, get 3 straight stops. And then you have Cashin come out just on fire from 3, right from that same spot, starting them out, and then again getting the fast break, score defense, leading offense like we talked about earlier.
And this is the best way to start a week on a Monday night with the Cardinals. I mean, they got to go to Crandon tomorrow night. They got Port Edwards coming up, Abbotsford on Saturday, and then playoffs. So they got 4 games this week to get things right, get things situated, and be able to play as they come out and press right away. As Tex, low block, Kitlinski squares up, and Bowler's on the board with Emmett Kitlinski. Kitlinski coming in 10 points a game. Almost a double-double machine the past couple of weeks as Cashin. Charlie Kulik weaves through, handoff pass to Schrader. He'll square up, and he will score. Jake Schrader on the board. It's 10-2 Cardinals as Jake Schrader forces the turnover. A handoff, Kulik again. He'll go up, and Charlie will score. 5 of 5 for the Cardinals right now. It's 12-2. As Bry underneath, knocked out of bounds by Kulik, trying to feed a cutting Tex. Logan Tex, 15 points a game, 43% shooting. He's had 16 their last game against Gresham. He's been a good player for them this season. 4th in the North in scoring. And he'll get underneath, and he will lose it out of bounds off of him. And his 3rd turnover, though, early on. 4th of the game for the Panthers. 2 minutes in, it's 12-2 Pacelli. Bowler has given up a 100-point game this year. Shocked to put up 105 on him back in December.
That is not something you're used to seeing in high school basketball.
Kulik left block. He'll square up, and he'll score again. Charlie Kulik to 6.
Charlie Kulik.
Makes it 14-2, and there's another turnover. Kulik over to Wes Poplinski, trying to oop it himself, and it's going to go out of bounds. No shot on that one. Give that the turnover. First one for the Cardinals tonight. Okay, Poplinski, 12 points from that milestone as Dodge loses it. Off of him and out of bounds. Another turnover. That's number 6 already. Boulder does average 20 turnovers a game through their 20 games. We'll have a couple of substitutions. And for the Panthers, that's going to be number 3, Bo Brunner, and number 20, Ashwit Mohawk, a 5'10 sophomore, number 20. As looks like a 2-3. The zone for Bowler right now is Schrader back to Wes Poplinski. He'll take a 3 right of the circle. That's in and out. Rebound back tapped out. Schrader gets the board. And he turns it over. On a run out, going up, reverse layup. No. Rebound chased down by Mohawk, and then going up and scoring is Kitlinski.
Kitlinski.
All 4 points to the sophomore Emmett Kitlinski. 14-4 now is Schrader. Has it tipped away and stolen again. Now 3 straight turnovers for the Cardinals. Schultz, little runner, got it. Now Bowler on a little bit of a run.
That's what you don't want to see if you're a coach, Shirk. I think you're looking for just a full, complete game out of this Cardinals team. They've had a lot of good halves where they maybe play well, maybe don't play well. I think you want to see a full game.
As Cashin, no good. Long rebound chased down by Charlie Kulik to Mason Lawless, the big fella. Squares up, gets it blocked. Back to Cashin, Poplinski for 3. And Wes has got it. Poplinski's first points of the night makes it 17-6. As now in transition, wide open underneath Kitlinski. That's a defensive breakdown for the Cardinals. As Lawless had to try and guard 2 people.
Looks like the Panthers might have kind of figured out that full court press.
As the 3 from Poplinski, no good. Cashin's back tap saved. To Wes Poplinski, who's going to get the rebound. And he's fouled on the floor driving. First foul on Bowler tonight. They're going to call Bo Brunner.
Bowler foul at number 3.
His first.
First personal, first team.
Brunner, the 6-foot sophomore, 6 man, averaging 6 points a game. Kulik to inbound baseline left for the Cardinals. To Cashin, catch and shoot 3 right away in the corner. That's too long. Rebound Kitlinski.
He missed that shot, but defensively, you kind of wonder what they're thinking there. I mean, that's a wide open look there for Cashin.
Without a doubt, it's Mohawk crossing over to Kitlinski left side. One touch pass to Brunner. Cardinals playing man. Mohawk drives through, goes up. Too long. 3rd rebound of the night for Wes Poplinski. Poplinski squares up, drives, and hits the floater. Wes Poplinski, when he does that, he's almost unguardable. Mohawk to Brunner in the corner on the baseline. Bobbled pass for Tex. As Coach Kitlinski calling out to set up their offense. Tex is mid-block. Brunner for 3. That's got it. Bo Brunner from deep.
For 3.
Long skip past Schrader. He'll square up, and Schrader's going to get another one. So if there's one thing for the Cardinals, their defense has been kind of spotty at times, but their offense is definitely clicking right now.
Their offense looks fantastic tonight. Last game, their offense has been firing on all cylinders.
Brunner, another one. That's an air ball. Rebound to Cashin. So have an inadvertent whistle.
It's going back to Poplinski's rebound and finish there. I think that's something we've really seen from him here in the second half of the season, is just attacking the basket more, and especially attacking the offensive glass and just the glass in general more. I mean, 8 rebounds a game.
Without a doubt, Poplinski, when he's playing that mid-range game, he has been stellar. As Cashin will sit, Lawless will sit. Ben Hammerly checking in along with Caden Mayick. Mayick had a very good game against Spencer, 15 points, 7 boards. We talked to him after the game, and that's another weapon off the bench if you get him like that. Poplinski, another 3. That's a little bit long. Rebound that time for Aiden Bry.
Mayick might be a guy to keep your eye on come playoff time, just being an X factor for this team if he can give him a spark off the bench with some of that scoring and rebounding on the inside.
Absolutely. It could be a different player every time, as there's a steal off of Bry for Kulik. Charlie takes himself and scores. 8 points for Kulik, who has really come into his own as a defensive player these past few weeks. Tex, lob over the top to the wing to Brunner. Back to Tex, he can't handle it. Stolen by Poplinski. Tex really off to a rough start. Their leading scorer, Hammerly, for 3. That's a little bit long off the back iron. Rebound chased down by Schrader. To Poplinski, he splits off of his knee and out of bounds. Good idea, but that time, good hands by Bowler to swat it down off of Poplinski's knees. He's going to the basket. He kicks it out almost to the cafeteria. They come out in that kind of annoying press, more than anything. It's like a mosquito. Bry loses out of bounds and turns it over. 9 early turnovers for Bowler in the first 6-7 minutes of this game. As Coach Jelinski talking to one of the officials, maybe looking for a call going forward.
Yeah, it hasn't been the most clean turnover-wise for either squad here tonight.
No, it's 9-4. Poplinski pump fakes, he'll drive. He almost get it poked away underneath. Pass to Charlie Kulik. Back to Wes. Poplinski blocked at the top by Tex. Tex averages over a block a game, but the rebound and the putback for Wes Poplinski. West now 5 points away as there's a foul called on Mayick. Will send Brunner to the line. Quick transition for Bowler sends Brunner, who is a 42% free throw shooter, to the line. As a team, Bowler only 50% from the line, averaging 56 points a game. Last win back on February 2nd, they beat Tigerton. And Brunner's 0 for 2, Schrader the board. Schrader off to a very good start as well. Kulik over the top to Mayick. Mayick backs up. He's lifts short, tipped in. Poplinski, no. That time is good. Give a couple of rebounds to Wes and 2 more points. And he's 3 away. Brunner gets it poked away from Bry as Mayick steps through and scores. And another timeout, this time a full timeout. Again, we'll keep it here, a chance to hear from a couple of our great sponsors here on Zaleski Sports Wisconsin, this time from the Stevens Point Brewery. So be sure to sit back and enjoy the handcrafted sodas from the Stevens Point Brewery. They're made from 100% real sugar, high-quality ingredients, select from a variety of styles. That includes Point Root Beer, Diet Root Beer, Black Cherry, Orange or Vanilla Cream, and Kitty Cocktail. For more than 15 years, Point Premium Root Beer has been a tradition right here in central Wisconsin. Their rich, creamy, delicious root beer is made with real Wisconsin honey, 100% natural sugar, and even in these frigid temperatures in January, add some ice cream for a great-tasting root beer float. Stevens Point Brewery supports all area student athletes. And Kelly, I saw you looking at the Division 4 bracket for the Cardinals. I mean, the seeding meeting couldn't have gone much better. I was talking with Coach Shirk during the JV game about this, and Cardinals able to get that 3 seed, but it seems like by the amount of games they played, the teams they played, and be able to get some good quality, even if the quality losses, there are quality games, like playing Marathon, playing Iola, of course, Iola got the 1, Auburndale the 2. So Pacelli, if they beat Tri-County next Tuesday, which they should, they go to Auburndale. And it seems to think that, and Coach Trixie thinks that's a better matchup for them than having to play Iola again right now.
I think right now you'd have to say that just because we did see them play Iola earlier in the season, and they did struggle with Iola's size. Cardinals don't have a lot of size. They do have more size than Auburndale. So I think Auburndale is kind of a wild card. You know, you have most of these teams in this bracket. I mean, 4 of them are in the Central Wisconsin South. Iola, you know, in the other side of that conference. They're all kind of familiar with each other. Auburndale's a team they're not going to be familiar with any of the teams, and the other teams aren't going to be familiar with them. But I think the Cardinals have the size on Auburndale for sure.
As another couple plays, Poplinski gets a couple of rebounds with Mayek after a turnover. Poplinski for 3's long, rebound finally by Kitlinski. Poplinski also up to 8 rebounds already. Mid-range jumper, Brunner, and that's no good. Rebounds, out of bounds. It stays with Bowler as Isaac Kazabuski has checked into the game. To Schultz. Tex for 3, that's off to the right. Rebound to Ben Hammerly. The junior over to Kazabuski. He'll square up for 3. That's a bit off. Poplinski put back. No. Rebound saved out to Tex. That's Tex's first board, and then a turnover. As Mayek gets 2 more. Makes it 31-11. And there's another tip pass and a turnover. Hammerly goes up and in. As for both of us keeping stats here, it's been kind of rapid fire the past couple of minutes. As there's another bad pass and a steal for Poplinski over to Kulik. And Charlie will score.
Charlie Kulik.
10 points for Kulik tonight. 35-11. We're 10 minutes in. And it is all Pacelli right now. Bry kicked ball off of Kulik as Logan Mayer checks in, the young freshman. Also in the game, Dodge and Bryce Twickert, number 55. Mohawk back in as well. As Kitlinski and Tex both off the floor. Schultz trying to drive through, back pass out to Dodge. Mohawk now left side. To the corner, driving baseline. Schultz gets it poked away and stolen by Wes Poplinski. Over the top to Kazabuski. Tries to back pass and turns it right back over. A little bit too fancy there. Dodge gets around Mayek. He'll go up and score. Wiley Dodge. Dodge averaging 5 a game. Mayer pump fakes. Euro step back underneath to Kazabuski, who will score. We've seen him now the past month or so. Mayer's an impressive little passer as a undersized point guard.
He really has a good hand on the basketball. He can really make a lot of plays. The one thing he's probably got to work on, he carries it a little bit sometimes. Sometimes he gets that carry going, gets away with it, but he can really handle the basketball.
As Bry's shot no good, is going to go out of bounds to Pacelli. And you're absolutely right with that. And looks like we're going to have a timeout called by the Cardinals. Another chance here from our great sponsors, and then we'll finish our thought. But right now, it's time to ask, during this weather, is your vehicle ready for the winter weather? So Fleet Farm, they've got everything from wiper blades, batteries, auto chemicals, even snow tires, and it's all at low fleet prices. So stay safe on the road this winter with Fleet Farm. And you're right, the Mayor, he has a little bit of tendency to carry times, but again, part of that also, he's 5'5". Your hands aren't the biggest. It's controlling can be a little bit tougher, but I think if he grows a couple inches, gets a little bit taller, gets a little bit more in control, maybe some stuff in the weight room can help with that hand strength. The potential's there for him to be a top flight point guard. Yeah, even if he never gets more than 5'8", there is going to be value in that type of skill set, because he's been very impressive in the JV games all year. He's got a good jump shot, and now he's getting some varsity time. He doesn't seem out of place.
No, he just seems like he's got that pure point guard play, and on top of that, he can shoot the three, and that's a pretty great skill set to have. And yeah, if you add a little bit of height to that, he's very skilled. Even at the height he is, he can really be effective as well.
As he kicks the corner, Poplinski for three. No back iron. Rebound that time to Schultz. It's a little bit of anticipation for a lot of fans out there for that shot. As Schultz gets over to Aiden Bry. To Mohawk underneath. And Bryce Teukert gets his first points, makes it 37-15 as Kazabuski tries to go baseline underneath to Mayick, catches it, he'll go up, count it, and one for Caden Mayick. Teukert will get the foul. Only 3 combined fouls in the first 11 minutes of this one. 39-15 your score. As Tex back in. Kitlinski checking back in as well.
Caden Mayick at the line for Pacelli.
Caden Mayick, 63% free throw shooter. That's no good. Poplinski the board. West back up and in. And we'll have another timeout called. And one more time, a chance to hear from another one of our great sponsors as Bowler takes their third. This time from Spectra Benefit Solutions. They've got offices in Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Medford, and now in Spencer. Spectra Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectra Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes. They help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectra Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. 30-second timeout. 41-15 Cardinals as they look to be already well on their way to their 13th win of the season with 3 more games left in the regular season.
And you look at their point total and you say it's a great offensive game, which it has been, but again, we'll go back to those turnovers. They force so many turnovers. I think the best part about this Cardinals team is the length and athleticism that they have, and that they're just able to force so many turnovers.
And they played very aggressive too. There's another one. Pass tipped away and stolen right back. And also West Polinsky also already with a double-double, 11 and 10. Tex back to Bry. Bry will step into a 3. That's off. West Polinsky with his 11th rebound of the night already. A couple of those have been like tip-in attempts, but still counts. West fading away. No. Rebound to May. May almost got him. Mohawk's going to get the board. And Poplinski's out-rebounded the entire Bowler team so far, so they have 8.
That has been one of the most impressive parts about his game here in the second half of the season is just how aggressive he's been attacking the glass.
Mid-range jumper in and out. Rebound knocked out of bounds to Pacelli.
Which that's only helped his offensive game. I mean, earlier in the season, I think he was shooting around 37, maybe 38%. He's got that all the way up to 44. Big reason for that is just shot selection, just attacking that glass and getting easy shots.
Mayer tries to pass it through off of a leg to Poplinski, who was cutting to the basket. Inbound baseline with 5:07 remaining. Right now, rebounding is 20-8 in favor of Pacelli. It shows that one, they're not missing, and also there's enough turnovers that offensive rebounding chances aren't there for the Panthers. Over the top, Poplinski has just got his 1,000th point, and they're going to blow it dead for Wes Poplinski. Congratulations, senior team out there to greet him. As the Gillies are going to have a prize for him from Coach Shirk as they blow the game dead. There's the Magic basketball. As for Wes Poplinski on a beautiful pass, gets point 1,000 and 1,001. You can tell, mascot or not, a big smile on the face of Wes Poplinski as he looks at that basketball. Hands it off to family. As good job for Coach Gilinski working with his guys during this ceremony. But again, a big congratulations. A lot of smiles, maybe a little bit of tear. As the senior, Wes Poplinski, hits the milestone, 1,000 points. And again, as you know from a multi-year player at Auburndale, that is an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you really have to string together years of high play offensively. That's just consistency on the offensive end, and well-deserved, and happy for Wes Poplinski.
As Lawless will check in for him, so Wes will sit for a little bit, kind of process, as we're back underway under 5 minutes to play. 43-15, Bry. Over the top, tipped away and stolen by Mayick. Baseball pass is tipped and stolen right back. A game like this, you can maybe take those risks. You can't take those on Thursdays. There's a 2 for Dodge. Those are ones you don't want to take those too many, those risky long passes. Kazabuski with a 2. That's off the back iron. Rebound to Mayick. Caden steps through and he's going to the line. Caden Mayick really finding his stride these past few weeks. Always been kind of an energy guy, gets a lot of rebounds. He's found some more finesse around the rim these past about 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's really done a nice job just finishing around the rim, and he's just an athlete is what it seems like, and he's really seemed to refine his game a little bit more as the season has gone along, and really start to finish really well at the rim.
As he's 0 for 2 with that one, but the rebound goes to Cashin. Underneath, Mayick again has got 2 more. He's got 8 tonight. Makes it 45-17. 4:15 remaining on the clock in the first half. Bry. Wiley Dodge underneath. Gets it right back. Left-hand dribble, kick out on the cut. Tex, little runner. No, rebound to Mayer. And so far, Logan Tex, no points yet. Averaging almost 16 a game. Kazabuski catch and shoot 3 in the corner. That's off the back. Dodge the board, and he's going to try and take it himself. Big fella flips one up. No. Rebound, though, to Kitlinski. His 3rd. 3.5. Mohawk for 3. That's off. Lawless gets his first rebound tonight. Cardinals now slow things down. Schrader and Hammerly set to check in next whistle. Cashin pulls up mid-range, trying to bank it. No. Rebound, back tapped. And Mayick will clear it up. He'll turn around, 8-footer. Got it. He has a knack for where he is in relation to the basket to just turn around and square up and shoot. Mid-range, Kitlinski. No. Rebound to Mayer. 47-17. Bryson Cashin right side. On the cut, Kazabuski can't handle it. Right through him and stolen by Mohawk. Dodge is going to get a shot blocked and get fouled. He's down. And he is in pain. We'll see what they call the foul. They call it on Mayer. But right now the concern is for the junior Wiley Dodge. So we will, as he holds his right knee, we will take a break. We'll be back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right. Free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
That's unacceptable.
I noticed that at another one of these games.
Back here at Pacelli, as being helped off the field by some coaches, is Wiley Dodge. We hope he's going to be all right to the right knee. As Schrader, Hammerly, Poplinski, Kulik all check back in. As we'll see who they're going to send in to shoot. Looks like it's going to be Schultz. Will come in and shoot. Lane Schultz, a 47% free throw shooter. Following the injury. 2:44 on the clock. And Schultz hits the first. He's got 3 points tonight. And that's a bit long as Wes Poplinski back in the game gets rebound number 12. On the cut, Kulik can't handle it, and it's going to be stolen. It's 9 turnovers for the Cardinals as they get it right back. Schrader going to the line.
That's another guy when we talk about this team's defensive effort that we got to mention is Schrader. He's really been a catalyst there defensively for them, forcing turnovers all season long.
Yeah, so him and Kulik have been kind of the keys on that starting 5 as Schrader misses the first free throw just a little bit short. Kozubowski comes in, does that off the bench. Hammerly does a little bit well, but it does start with Jake Schrader, and the best thing about that is he's going to be back here next year. As he misses that one, knocked out of bounds off of Lawless. So right now, 0-5 for the Cardinals from the line, 1 of 4 for Bowler. Not the cleanest free throw shooting half. Aiden Bry has it tipped away. He gets it back. Over to Tex. He weaves through, tries to step through. Right there was Lawless, so he has to kick it right back. And a travel called on Bry. 19 turnovers for Bowler here in the first half.
Very difficult to win a game with that many turnovers in a half.
They come in averaging 20. Schrader circles things back against that 2-3 zone. Hammerly will square up for 3. That's off and an air ball. Poplinski to save it, and he saves it off of Lawless to Kulik. So Kulik will get the board. As the drive for Poplinski, no good. Rebound that time to Tex. Long skip into the corner to Brunner. Back to Bry. On the cut, Tex squares up and scores his first bucket of the night. Logan Tex, first 2 points, makes it 47-20. A minute 24 remaining. Pump fake, mid-range for Lawless. No. Rebound to Schrader. He'll go back up. No. Kulik tips it up and in. Charlie Kulik with a very strong first half. So he's got 12. Over to Bry now against Cardinals. Back in. Looks like underneath. As Kidlinski's going to get bumped and fouled. They're going to call it, I think, on Poplinski. Nope, they're going to call it on Mason Lawless. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Is Emmett Kidlinski to the stripe. One of their best free throw shooter, 83%. And he rattles home the first. 7 points leads the way for Bowler for Emmett Kidlinski, the sophomore. With under a minute left, 51 on the clock. And he goes 2 for 2. 49-22 as Jake Schrader. Over to Hammerly now right side against that zone. Underneath, mid-post, Poplinski squares up, fading away. No. Rebound, though, to Lawless. He'll fade away with the baby hook. No. Rebound that time by Kidlinski. That's blocked away and out of bounds and turned over. Another unforced error for Bowler. Just got to take care of the basketball.
At this rate, we might have another 100-point game here. Cardinals might put up their first 100 of the game. At least they're on pace for about that.
As Charlie Kulik gets it in the corner. Underneath, Poplinski. Underneath to Lawless. He'll go up and score. First points for Mason Lawless. Set up on a good feed from Wes Poplinski, and it's 51-22. 5 seconds left, final possession here as Schultz gets it fouled by Kulik, who gambled a little bit, reached late with 3.7. You say there might be a 100-point game, but you got to think there's going to be a lot of young guys coming in the second half. Scoring will probably slow down a little bit. But no matter what, it was a good chance for some of these younger guys to get some varsity experience as well. Inbound, tipped away, and stolen by Hammerly with 1 and a travel. On Hammerly's, Lawless throws it anyway.
Gotta try it.
So back-to-back turnovers in about a 2-second span. Inbound on the baseline, 0.4. Maybe a catch and shoot, but I'm not sure Derek Fisher's on the floor.
I think you're going to need a little tip in. A really quick shot.
And they're going to try for a tip-in, and it's not going to matter. And that will end the half. We've played 18. Your score, Pacelli 51 and Bowler 22. Everyone stay tuned. We'll have your halftime coverage just a little bit. We'll be back right after these messages on your high school home for sports here in Wisconsin, Zaleski Sports.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice to learn with small, in-person classes, online classes, and innovative technology classes. Your choice of school to career or career to career support. Your choice to get started here and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Pacelli Catholic Schools.
Pacelli Catholic Schools are unique because no child gets lost. The teachers really care for the children. They know them personally, work with them one-on-one, and really develop them for their future growth.
The thing I like best about Pacelli Catholic High School is just the atmosphere, how the teachers really make you feel a part of the classroom. And
I tell my players all the time, there's no place I'd rather be.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Welcome back to Pacelli Catholic High School, broadcasting live here. Your score at halftime, 51-22 for the Pacelli Cardinals. As looking at the shot chart that Cal's got in front of me, not many slashes for misses. They have been lights out from the field in this first half.
Yeah, they really have been. They've been forcing a lot of turnovers defensively, and those are leading to a lot of easy baskets. But even in the half court, you got guys like Mayak, Wes Polinsky. This team really at their best is a team that slashes and scores at the rim. That's what they do best. And then they mix in some threes from Cashin and Polinsky on the side there. But this is really a inside dominant team that can force turnovers at their best.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like at their best is when, Polinsky lives at the elbow, can get with that 10, 12-foot jumper, and if that's hitting, it's going to be a long night. But take a look at some of the numbers for Pacelli. Polinsky's away, he's got 13 points, 12 for Charlie Kulik, and 10 for Caden Mayak. And I was talking with the AD, Raflick, for Pacelli, John Raflick, and he said there may have been 10 guys who scored 1,000 points for Pacelli. That's impressive. I think the all-time leader is over 2,000, so that's not going to happen, but that's still some rare company. But other scoring numbers, Cashin with 6, Schrader with 4, 2 apiece for Kazabuski, Hammerly, and Lawless. For Bowler, 8 points for Emmett Kitlinski leads the way for them, 4 for Wiley Dodge, who looks to be done for the night with his injury. Brunner with 3, and Schultz with 3, 2 apiece for Logan Tex and Toykart. On the glass, it is all Cardinals, 31-13. Wes Polinsky alone has 12 rebounds tonight. And turnovers, 21 for Bowler, 10 for Pacelli. That's not going to get it done.
No, it's not. You can't. Sometimes you can lose the turnover battle. Sometimes you can lose the rebound battle. But if you're losing that badly in both categories, that's how you get a score like we have so far.
Absolutely. And before we get to the second half, a chance to hear from one of our great sponsors. Let's hear from Point Heating and Cooling. So get comfortable this winter with Point Heating and Cooling. Point Heating and Cooling is your Lennox dealer in Stevens Point and Plover with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. So sign up for planned service and receive 10% off parts. And a reminder to service your furnace now. And before the summer, get your central air conditioning service as well. So call Point Heating and Cooling at 715-345-1979, 715-345-1979, and visit pointheating.com. It looks like it'll be Mohawk starting for Dodge in that second half for Bowler. He'll be joined by the other regulars, Schultz, Bry, Kitlinski, Tex. Cardinals sent out their starting 5 of Schrader, Poplinski, Kulik, Cashin, and Lawless. As we get ready, again, 51-22 your score.
Second half starters for Bowler.
Cardinals season high for points this season was actually last Friday against Spencer, was their season high of 89.
Cashin and Lawless.
Second time they'd scored 80. They had scored 80 against Gresham. As we're underway, as Poplinski swing out Cashin. Bryson Cashin for 3, and I was going to say it's like clockwork, but he misses that one. Kulik back to Poplinski, who will score. 15 points for Poplinski. Also, stay tuned. Could be coming up in possibly in a couple girls' games that are playing a playoff run. Could have another milestone for scoring. If that happens, we will have that for you guys as well. We'll talk about that. As Texas 3 is no good. Poplinski with rebound number 13.
Yes, as Emma Van Order, the girls' team, getting
22.
22 points, nearing that 1,000-point mark as well.
As Lawless scores. If that could happen with back-to-back days, that'd be quite the impressive feat.
Would be. And
stay tuned for highlights for tomorrow night's playoff game against Wild Rose. I know you'll be there.
I will be there, doing the highlights, and that'll be quite the game they do it in for Emma Van Order against Wild Rose. They split the season series with them and looking to beat them in the playoffs here tomorrow night.
As Mohawk drills a triple. Ashwood Mohawk. It's the 3, makes it 55-25 as Lawless panned off to Poplinski, kick back out to the wing, long skip to Cashin. Bryson always ready to shoot, gets over to Kulik in the corner. Charlie, one of the only guys who has not taken a 3 this season. Poplinski steps back for a 3, and he's got one.
They're just really moving the ball well offensively right now. It just looks like poetry in motion there.
They're playing with confidence, absolutely, right now, and these 4 games could be huge for them, getting them ready for that playoff run. As on the cut, getting behind Poplinski, got him turned around. Kitlinski will hit the run, a little layup. He's got 10.
If they're able to play like this, keep that defensive intensity, and play unselfishly offensively, they're going to be a very tough out in the playoffs, no matter who they play.
Without a doubt, as Lawless kick back out to Cashin. And a travel called on Schrader, who started walking just a little bit too soon, not by much, but that's a call we've seen all year. 11th turnover for the Cardinals tonight with 15:45 remaining. As it'll be brought up by Lane Schultz for the Boulder Panthers. Over the top to Kitlinski. He almost got it poked away, and then he does get it picked off by Kulik, and then tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Pacelli.
And one thing with Charlie Kulik, I think we've also seen a big change in him here in the second half of the season. Kind of early on, he seemed a little out of control offensively, turning over a little bit. The second half of the season, he just seems to have that basketball on a string with some of the moves he's put.
It seems like the game has slowed down for him a little bit. Cash in for 3 in the right corner, got it. Bryson Cashin from deep. He's got 9. But you're absolutely right. Charlie has definitely been more composed. And it seems also that he doesn't have as much responsibility of running the show. Early season, he was running point a lot. He was bringing it up a lot. Now he's getting it on the wing, getting it on the baseline, and be able to attack. And that's where he's at his best. And he's been such a good pickpocket on defense. And then if we can get to the basket, he's a very good finisher at the rim for this Cardinals team. Yeah, and a carry call. I thought they were going to call a foul for a second.
Yeah, when he gets the ball offensively, he's really been able to just pick his spots really well. I think that's a thing this Cardinals team has done overall in the second half of the season, is picking their spots a lot better, their whole offensive unit than they.
Yeah, this team, when you go back to the first game against Wittenberg-Burnhamwood and seeing them right now, that has half-court offense is a night and day difference.
It really is.
As Poplinski back to Charlie Kulik, who goes right behind him, goes back up, leaves it short. Rebound, that time taken by Tex. Only the 3rd rebound for Tex. As in transition, score for Schultz. Schultz with 5. Just 61-29. Schultz, one of their top scorers. Schrader to baseline to Lawless. Cash in another 3. That's a bit long. Rebound tipped up and eventually taken by Schrader. Back to Wes. He gets it back, squares up. No good. Gets his own board again, and that time he will not score again. Lawless the board and put back. So 3 offensive rebounds on that possession. Lawless gets his 6th point. Makes it 63-29. And Poplinski with 14 rebounds. Again, he also 1,000 points. He also, Coach Rick told me last game he went over 500 rebounds in his career, as that one's thrown away and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's impressive in of itself. I mean, it's not a lot of times you see a guy with that kind of scoring ability, with that kind of height and athleticism to attack the glass and lead the team in rebounding as well.
As really a 2-year starter. As Poplinski will bring it up with Schrader next to him. Into that 2-3. I wonder how long we're going to see some of these guys yet tonight. Cash in now right side as they'll quick closeout back to Wes. Pump fakes. Hesitation, takes it himself underneath Kulik. Can't finish twice. Lawless with another board. Back up and he's going to the line. And they're going to be happy either way, but I always learned when I was playing, whether it was pick up or in a setting like this, if you make a great pass, that guy better finish that shot.
You're definitely a little upset. Rubs you a little bit the wrong way when that
cost you an assist.
Yeah, cost you
as that's in and out. Checking in will be Bo Brunner. Also Tristan Tex, 6'1" sophomore, number 24, first time tonight. Bry back in. Second free throw for Lawless. No good. Rebound, though, eventually taken by Tex. Transition, Bry, no. Lawless the board. And Reddy Kulik almost gets a beautiful move. He had a couple nice moves this season already. That one just a little bit off his leg and thrown away. As Bowler in transition, now will slow things down to the half court. Tex for 3, that's short. Lawless with his 6th rebound of the night. As now the Colonels slow down, they're going to have a line change coming up. 5 new faces coming in. Plinsky for 3, too long. Rebound, Cashin, put back. Got it. And a quick timeout. As Cashin now with 11, 4th player in double figures for Pacelli tonight. Joining Mayak, Kulik, and Polinsky. As during this timeout, a quick chance to hear from our friends over at Drexler Transport, because they've got flatbed driving opportunities. They pay you 5 cents a mile premium over van. At Drexler Transport, drivers are always home for the requested time off. As a family-oriented company, Drexler Transport will treat you like family. So visit DrexlerTransport.com to apply today. 12:32 on the clock. Setting the floor again, a whole line change for the Cardinals. It is going to be Isaac Kazabuski back in, Ben Hammerly back in, Caden Mayak back in, Logan Mayer back in the game. And the first time tonight, Nick Fox in the game. Nick Fox back from injury, 2nd game back. Had some really good moments in that JV game. Looked like he's getting his legs back under him. Could be a key player for this team for the next 3 years.
Yeah, definitely a player to keep your eye on. Before that injury, he was the first player that was in the Zaleski Sports highlight house.
As Bry will go and score. You're right. He had 13 points in his first varsity game.
And that's definitely someone, not only for the next 3 years, but if he can get into a rhythm here at the end of this season, that's another guy that could really add some shooting. You know, if you had to pick a weakness of this Cardinals team, I'd say it would be their 3-point shooting. And if it were a guy like Fox, again, really striping from 3, that's a big addition if they can get him going for the playoffs.
As you can see him kind of rolling around trying to get an open look. Mayer, he'll take a 3 in the corner. And he can also shoot a little bit. Logan Mayer.
He can.
That's a beautiful looking jump shot. Makes it 68-31. Mayer hasn't scored a lot on the varsity, but he has definitely been one of their top bench options. As Tex trying to drive on, Mayak gets up and scores. Tex gets by. His 2nd bucket of the night only. He's got 4.
I think Mayer's another guy. He's a freshman, but he just doesn't seem flustered on the court. He just always seems composed out there.
Fox on the block. Mayak can't handle it, and it's stolen. And then diving for it. Long pass to Bry. For 3, Tex. Tex, 29% from 3, not much of a shooter, as Mayer takes it himself in transition. He's got 5 now. Cardinals at the 70-point mark with 10:55 remaining. 100 points starting to look a little bit more logical, like there's a possibility here. Underneath, and Tex gets free again. So Tex starting to get himself established, up to 9. Tex season high of 29. Mayak traveled with it. Coach Sure calling out a new offense next time down. Doing it looks to him sounding like gonna be a little more skip passes.
Maybe.
Go some wing to wing, wing to corner. Schultz trying to get around a couple of screens. He does, and he's fouled on the ground. No shot. As Mayak will get his 2nd personal, 1st team. There's been a clean game as well. Only 9 combined fouls in these halves, as there's a steal for Mayer. Swing out Fox to Kazabuski in the corner. He'll take a 3. That's a bit long. Rebound chased down by Mayer. 3rd rebound for Mayer tonight. Hammerly gets free, has to kick it back out to Fox. Fox catch and shoot 3. Right. Got it. 1st point back on the varsity for Nick Fox. And they said he without the wrist injury, he did stop shooting when he was out. He's finding ways to he's shooting left-handed and hitting at a big clip as Texas 3 is long, or a little bit short, say as Mayak gets the board.
Yeah, as we talk to them, I think coaching staff and medical staff, everyone just want to be more played on the cautious side, obviously, with the freshmen.
What a pass from Logan Mayer to Kazabuski. Yeah, they're just playing it safe as a timeout called. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here again. Chance to hear from another couple of our great sponsors, this time from Felt's Dairy. They're located at the Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point. As a family-friendly experience, Felt's Dairy serves your favorite cheeses, ice creams, meats, and more, all grown right here in central Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy is open Monday to Saturday, 24/7 on Facebook. Also, quick chance as well to hear from Awards and More as your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards and More is also the proud sponsor of the Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month, so visit Awards and More on Facebook to begin your next trophy order. 9.5 remaining, 75-38. As I can't remember what the exact number is, but we're getting close to running clock territory.
We are. We most definitely are.
For the Cardinals, as
maybe 40, 45, somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's 40. I want to say 40.
That's what I believe.
Well, I'll have to check. My rule books I have are from like 2015, so I need to maybe update those. But
you might need to get to the 9-minute mark.
I think it's the 9-minute mark, yeah, because JV did go to running clock as well. As Lane Schultz for the Panthers.
And that would be something that would could prevent this Cardinals team from getting to that 100-point mark if that running clock goes.
Inbound on the baseline for Mohawk in the game, along with Tristan Tex, Brunner, Kitlinski, and Schultz. Tipped and stolen on the inbound for Kazabuski. That is a great play by Kazabuski. Mayer steps through, little runner, no, rebound to Mayick, squares up, and scores. I don't know how he does it, but Mayick somehow is always facing the basket even when he's facing the wrong way.
That's a very underrated skill, is just turning around and looking at the basket as a post player.
12 points as well for Mayick tonight. As we're under 9, ball knocked out of bounds, stays with Bowler.
You see a lot of post players, sometimes they play with their back to the basket a lot, and it just makes it a lot harder to get good shots and find your teammates. Mayick does a great job of just squaring up to the hoop every time he gets it.
Brunner swing out to Mohawk. Ball tipped and stolen. As Hammerly almost breaks his own ankles. Over to Mayer. Underneath, what a pass. And Mayick scores.
Mayer definitely adds a little bit of flash to some of those passes. He's a little bit of a showman with some of those passes, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. As Brock Bierenkot, as they are running clock, as a foul on the ground on the attempt. I think on Pacelli they're going to call the foul as we are at running clock. Kazabuski.
Kazabuski, first personal, second team foul.
As Brock Bierenkot in the game.
Number 1, Brock.
The sophomore, and for Mayick. I don't think we're going to see Mayick anymore. He'll end with 14 points, I'm assuming. Inbound kicked out of bounds.
Bierenkot's another nice player that he's a very shifty player, does a lot of the little things out there.
Very
We've seen
aggressive.
him on JV. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, he's a very good offensive rebounder for a guy his size. And a good defender. He got a little bit of that Schrader in him.
A little bit, yeah.
And a foul on the ground on, I think Hammerly will get it this time on the block as Sam Grivach will head to the table. The senior. And a timeout called. We'll step aside as well. 79-38. We're back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
$7:10 on the clock. It'll be running clock when play resumes. Setting the floor for the Pacelli Cardinals in this one, it is Hammerly, Bierenkot, Mayer, Grivach, and Fox. Schultz, Kitlinski, who gets the inbound, no good. Hammerly the board. Long skip Mayer. Missile pass to Grivach, back to Camerly. Back to Mayer. Cardinals working around Bierencott. Long skip Mayer. Mayer goes baseline with it. Gets free. Underhand pass. Grivach mid-range. Too long. Rebound to Kidlinski. His fifth leads the way for the Bowler Panthers. Brunner in the corner. As that's going to be tipped away and out of bounds.
And going back to Mayer as well, a lot of times with a player like that can handle the ball like that, you see the ball kind of stick offensively with one guy's hands. You don't see that with Mayer as much. You know, he is just a freshman, but he does seem to get rid of it quickly. The ball doesn't necessarily stick.
Yeah, he yo-yos it, but doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't stall as Tex hits the little runner for Bowler. He's up to 11 as Bennett Eckendorf heads to the table. Fox for three, got it. Nick Fox again from deep. 82-40, 5:50 remaining.
I don't think we can overstate how big that is for this Cardinals team if he's able to come on here into the playoffs. Just adding more three-point shooting for this team.
For sure, as Tex with another bucket. Fox another, oh, he's feeling it now. Nick Fox for three again, timeout on the floor. Will step aside. It's a full timeout, 5:32 on the clock. We're back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm the director at Little Sprouts. Little Sprouts has been a real great community. It's very family friendly. It feels like a big family to me, and being the new director here, I felt very welcomed into the family. I like the smaller family. Everybody knows everybody, and you all get to know everybody in the center, and we do family activities and much of a family atmosphere.
.5:32 on the clock, 85-42, Pacelli leading, and Cal, we were talking during the timeout. Nick Fox started out warm before his injury, and he's got 3 threes tonight. If he can play like this and hit these shots next week, this team is that much more dangerous.
I don't think they really have a weakness on their team if he can shoot the three like that, because again, I've said before, the only spot where I can see maybe a weakness is they're not a lights out 3-point shooting team. They can't shoot it. You know, Wesson and Cash can both shoot it, but if they had another one with Fox there, and
especially at 6'1" or so that he's listed at,
they have a decent amount of size. They don't have a ton of size, but they're big enough, and
they have that basketball body. They're long armed.
They don't have a lot of holes if he's able to shoot it from three like that come playoff time.
Aiden Bry back in the game. Tyson Krieger in the game as well for Pacelli, as we're going to have a foul called on, looks like Eckendorf, or sorry, Bierencott, I should say. Fourth team for the Cardinals as we approach the 5-minute mark. So Tyson Krieger with Eckendorf, Bierencott, Grivach, and Fox. So Mayer's night looks to be done. And underneath the Tex, he'll go up, blocked by Bierencott. Kidlinski, though, gets the putback. Bierencott. Little runner, no. Rebound to Kidlinski, and a foul on Pacelli on the rebound.
You know, and everything we've heard from Coach Shirk as well is just that Fox is just a hard worker. Coach Shirk has nothing but positive things to say about Fox's work ethic as well. Just one of those guys that's first one in the gym, last one out is what we've heard from Coach Shirk.
And you can see that right now as he calls the timeout. He's immediately pulls the guys up and he's going to be talking with them.
Number 11, Tyson Krieger.
So it looks like he's going to make sure they're running, because a lot of these guys will especially Bierencott and Fox, are going to be expected to be playing some big roles in 2021.
Most definitely. I mean, again, we've talked with Coach Shirk. He thinks this team's got a bright present as well as a bright future with some of the younger guys as well.
Some of the freshmen on the JV team coming up. There are going to be a couple who are going to be added to the playoff roster, because you can expand them a little bit.
Yep.
A couple will be coming up and getting some time there. And yeah, the future's definitely looking very much arrow up for the Cardinals. 4:15 on the clock. Over the top to Tex, somehow gets free, and he'll score. 15 points for Tex tonight. Third to him in the second half. Almost not quite empty points, but Fox with another 3. That's a little bit short, but Bierencott with the bucket, and he's going to the line. That's what Bierencott does. We see that so many times in the game of following shots, getting those boards.
He really does. He really does all those little things. I think a guy that he kind of reminds me of, obviously height differences, professional basketball in high school, but Draymond Green. Draymond Green's a guy that does a lot of that little stuff and passing the ball really well, defensively, rebounding. You need guys like that on your team. Those are really guys that make the difference in your team winning as well.
As Tex will sit, Brunner back in. Bierencott's first free throw was no good. Hits the second one, though. He's back. He's on the score sheet tonight. Now 86-46, 3:15 remaining. As Aiden Bry, Bowler taking their time. Cardinals, at this point, they're probably not getting 100, but look for their season highs. There's a little jumper for Kidlinski.
Emmett Kidlinski.
3 points off the season high in points, which was set last Friday against the Spencer Rockets. Grivach for 3, and there's the tie for a season high. 89-48, under 3 to play. As these Cardinals got to be shooting almost 70% right now.
It's got to be pretty high here tonight. They have not missed many.
As that's no good from Kielinski. Grivach the board. Bennett Eckendorf swing out Fox. Over to Krieger. Bierencott on the cutting. Grivach gets free, goes up. Got it. Season high in points for the Pacelli Cardinals. 91-48.
Grivach, a fan and team favorite of the Pacelli Cardinals.
Absolutely. Former manager came in that had the big game against Strike County this year. Always playing with a big smile as he gets the foul.
Final foul on number 15, Sam Grivach. That's his first personal foul.
Under 2 minutes. And Grivach got away with one there, but Kidlinski is going to score anyway.
Emmett Kidlinski.
16 points for Kidlinski. Quietly had a very effective game. Eckendorf, Fox. Swing back to Bennett Eckendorf underneath Krieger. Backdoor cut. Grivach mid-range, a little bit long. Bierencott rebound, no on the putback. Brunner gets the board there. And then a kicked ball to Pacelli with 1:17 remaining. Inbound to Eckendorf. Final 60 seconds. Fox to Krieger. Underneath, getting free and on a block as Eckendorf thought he would call for a hook.
It's like may have gotten away with a little bit of a hook there.
Kidlinski gets his first. Only the 5th foul by Bowler in this game. Both teams have played very clean. Over the top. Long skip Bierencott for 3. That's going to be short and an air ball. And then save to Krieger. Too long. Grivach blocked. Gets it back. And a foul on the shot. And that might just run the game out with Fox shooting.
I believe these are supposed to be the last shots of the game.
Yeah, they're going to win this. Fox will. Fox going to be shooting 3.
So they did stop the clock.
Which, okay. Fox to shoot 3. He was. I will give you his free throw numbers at the end of the shots. As I will knock on every piece of wood nearby. 2 for 2. Fox up to 11 points. That one's no good. Rebounds. As Mohawks 3, no. Long rebound to Fox with 3 seconds. 2, 1. Eckendorf will circle it out, and that'll do it. Final score tonight, the Pacelli Cardinals 93 and the Bowler Panthers 50. And don't forget to stay tuned for your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Coming up next, we'll talk to Coach Shirk, talk to Wes Poplinski, and break down what happened in tonight's game right here on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Back here from Pacelli, time now for your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Of course, Nasonville Dairy's got fresh cheese curds that are made daily, so go to NasonvilleDairy.com to make your order today. Cardinals in complete control with a score of 93 to 50. It didn't seem that close. Cardinals completely in control. Michael here with Cal Jacoby with your post-game coverages. This might have been the best game, with the exception of a couple careless turnovers that they were trying to get a little too cute. The best game the Cardinals have played all season.
It's definitely up there. It's definitely one of their best games. I mean, when they were on that winning streak that they had there, a lot of times it was a slow start in the first half, and then they come on really strong and win by 10 or 20. This was a complete game. They came out and just dominated from opening tip. I think they started out 8-0 and an 8-0 run right to start off the game, and they never really looked back. From there, and you're also seeing the depth of this team when you in that second half when they score that many points with their bench guys and their young guys. It's as Coach Shirk and Wes Poplinski make their way up here.
So I'm joined by Coach John Shirk of the Cardinals, and Coach, I was just saying, with seems to have a couple turnovers in the first half that were kind of iffy. Might have been the best game you guys played offensively this year. I guess, what were your thoughts on seeing this one?
Yeah, I agree. We talked about that, and our big goal coming into this game was just trying to be fundamental sound, and I felt the boys did a good job at that. We reminded them at halftime, we're not worried about the score. We want to just play good basketball, and I felt what we did. We shot the ball pretty well tonight. We moved the ball pretty well tonight, and they had a lot of fun while they did it. So that's good, encouraging for the rest of the season coming into the postseason.
Absolutely, and of course, 5 guys hitting double figures tonight, including Nick Fox coming back, second game back, hits 11 in the second half, hits a few big threes. If he's back to his form and he's got his legs under him, that's kind of an X factor for you guys going forward next week.
It's huge. It makes the defense respect our offense a lot more. We have more shooters that are capable of knocking down the shots, spreading the floor a little bit, and it's going to be a weapon that we're hoping to take advantage of.
Absolutely, and of course in a lot of these small schools, sometimes depth issue, and I don't see that for you guys this year. Now that Fox is back, Mayer's been playing very well. Hammerly and Kazabuski coming off the bench. Caden Maix having some good, another double-digit game for him. Knowing that you can have 9 or 10 guys you can rely on, how big is that for you guys with not only 3 more games this week, but a potential playoff run next week?
Yeah, having some depth off the bench makes us definitely more dangerous. And the fun part about that is when we substitute, you got to guard us all. It's not just, okay, we have a rotation now who are they going to guard? I mean, every time we have someone come off the bench, they are capable of scoring, they're capable of dishing the ball, capable of playing some really good defense. That does make us a little more scary for the long run here.
Absolutely, and Coach, I guess lastly, talk a little bit about Wes. Obviously, game stopped for the big milestone tonight. Not many players at this school have been able to hit that threshold. What does it mean for you as a coach seeing one of your guys, really only his second year as a full-time starter, to be able to cross that kind of a point milestone?
Yeah, actually this is his third year. He started his sophomore year, and obviously he didn't get as many minutes. He evolved from his sophomore year, what his role was compared to even last year to this year. It's fun. It's fun watching him. He has a big passion for the game, and for him to hit that milestone, it's good for the program. It's good for Wes. He's got a good future in basketball coming up after high school, and I think that really helped our season, kind of top our season off, that we're having a lot of fun this year.
Well, Coach, congratulations. I guess if you can get him up here, we'd love to be able to talk to him for this post-game quick.
For sure.
All right, thank you, Coach. As trying some trick dunks with the 1,000-point basketball they'll bring Wes Poplinski up here, our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game tonight. Wes Poplinski, leading scorer tonight, 18 points. Making sure my numbers are right. I think I'm at 14 rebounds as we are joined by Wes Poplinski. And first of all, congratulations on the 1,000 points. It's a big game for you guys tonight. For you to be able to not only get that in the first half, but able to play a game like this for you guys offensively, how big is that for the Cardinals?
It's awesome. It's especially good that we can get all the guys involved. All the guys are working well together and at all facets, even second team, third team, NUS squad, whatever you want to call it. We're all working well together, and I think it's going to carry over well into playoffs.
And of course, everyone knew about the scoring milestone. We were keeping track of it, but Coach Rose brought up the 500 rebounds going forward as well. And you had 14 more tonight. I guess, how important is it for you to be able to guy who can do a little bit of everything inside and outside?
I think it's good. I pride myself a little bit on offensive rebounds when I'm not getting my shot to fall. It's an easy way to get under there and get the easy points. I mean, I was with a pretty tall squad last year that boxed out really well for me, so it was much easier, but we do well, and I think it kind of fuels offense and defense a little bit, so as long as we're all getting in there, getting rebounds, it's a good thing for the team.
And of course, 89 last Friday, 93 tonight. 3 more games yet this week, but with that playoff run starting in just 8 days, how big is it for you guys to have the offense clicking like this right now? There's no better time to be peaking than late.
I agree. I think it's huge, especially because all year when our offense wasn't there, our defense was picking our offense up. So I think now that our offense is clicking a little bit, it's going to be huge for the playoffs.
See, of course, congratulations again. We're going to get you in the house. We'll have you hold up the ball while doing it, all right?
Appreciate it.
All right, so I'll count you in. I'll hold the microphone for you this time. We'll count you in. We'll get you in 3, 2, 1, all right? All right, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Wes Poplinski, and I'm in the house.
All right, thanks very much, Wes. Congratulations again. Wes Poplinski, 1,000 points, 18 points tonight, and 14 rebounds. As we'll have Cal rejoin us, going through some of the final numbers as we start to wrap things up here on the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Again, a lot of points to talk about. Poplinski, 18 points, led the way. 14 for Caden Maik, 12 for Charlie Kulik, 11 each for Bryson Cash and Nick Fox. 5 guys in double figures tonight for the Cardinals. That's an incredible feat. Then 6 for Lawless, 5 apiece for Grivach and Mayer, 4 for Kazabuski, and for Schrader, 2 for Hammerly, 1 for Bierenkott. as they got 12 guys on the score sheet tonight for the Cardinals. That's, again, a beautiful number to see. 16 points for Emmett Kitlinski for Bowler, 15 for Logan Tex, 5 for Lane Schultz, 4 for Wiley Dodge before he left. Oshawa Mohawk with 3, also with Bull Brunner with 3, and then 2 apiece for Bryce Toykart and Adam and Aiden Bry. Rebounding for the Pacelli Cardinals, 52 rebounds tonight, 14 from Wes Poplinski, only 14 turnovers, only 4 in that second half. Good to see only 4 turnovers when you have a lot of your bench guys coming in. And 20 rebounds for Bowler, 27 turnovers. That tells you the story of this game. When it's plus 13 possessions off of turnovers, you're not going to win that way.
No, you're not. No, you're not going to win that way. But going back to the Cardinals, there's just a lot of good signs to take away from this game. I mean, a game like this where everyone gets involved, and obviously we'll continue to watch them throughout this week leading into this playoff run. But how they look tonight, and also how they looked, coming off that little lull stretch of not playing. They look like a team that's ready to play in the playoffs. They look like a team that looking at their regional, they could beat anybody. And as a Cardinal fan, if you're a Cardinal coach, player, you got to be really confident going into the playoffs right now. And you just got to really be confident in your team and thinking that you really got a chance to make some noise.
Absolutely. So take a look ahead very quickly for the Pacelli Cardinals. They will be in Crandon tomorrow. We will have a broadcast there. It will not be with commentary, but there will be footage of that game you can watch tomorrow night. Then on Thursday night, we'll be back in Port Edwards. Me and you will be on that call as well with Port Edwards, the final conference game of the season. And then Saturday, I will be with you guys back here from Pacelli against Abbotsford. And then the playoff run next week starts Tuesday night at home against the 6-seeded Tri-County Penguins. For Bowler, they will be back home against Northland Lutheran on the 11th, then at Wisconsin Valley Lutheran on Friday, and then they will start their regionals next Tuesday night against the 6th-seeded in Division 5 in White Lake. So with that, we will say so long for now. My name is Mike Lennon. Cal Jacoby with me on the commentary. Trevor Zaleski doing the production. One more time, your final score. It was Pacelli 93 and Bowler 50. And that has been your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Of course, Nasonville Dairy's got fresh cheese curds that are made daily, so go to NasonvilleDairy.com to place your order today. Everyone, for all of us here at Zaleski Sports, stay warm, stay safe. We'll talk to you next time, and have a great night, everybody. Good night.